welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man who loves calling werewolves wimps. Adam Hodgins.
I call them a lot of things, but it always starts with wimps.
I mean, all right. There are many great things about dog soldiers. There really are. And I'm not even using hyperbole. I love this movie. But when he calls a werewolf a wimp, it made me so happy.
So we need to preface this with we're going to say some things tonight. But nobody misunderstand. I love this movie. I love it. So here's the thing, Mark.
Yeah.
I don't know what genre to put this into.
Like, if you go to Blockbuster Video Store, does it go in action or horror? Do you think just because werewolves are in it, it goes to horror? Because Aliens was in horror.
Yeah, but it's sci-fi, it's horror. It's action, but it skates the lines so well. And I'll say this. Usually, and let's call a spade, this was made for like a sci-fi TV channel. Like this, that's what this is. This is a made-for-TV horror sci-fi movie. That's what it is. But it just surpasses all, like expectations.
Well, yeah, everything he did. Like, so Neil Marshall, the director, who also did Descent, which is my second favorite horror film of all time, he shot it in 16 millimeter, then blew it up to 35 so that they would have more budget for the werewolves.
Right.
Which is amazing. They went all the way to Luxembourg to film. Their sets were scarce, but they were beautifully built.
And they worked. It told the right story.
Absolutely.
Go
for it.
So what I'm saying, when the horror movie genre the classic, like a vampire or a werewolf or a mummy or a Frankenstein or a monster. Like when one of those horror genre classics crosses over with another genre, so you get like wrestling zombies or vampire strippers, or when you get one of those crossover things, it's usually the worst.
Terrible.
It's usually like, okay, this is going to be bad. We're just phoning it in. This is good. We're going to go for it so bad it's good kind of way, but we're trying to do that, so it's not even credible to do that. Dog Soldiers kind of says it's going to do that, but then it's a fantastic movie.
So good.
So good.
I mean, so I have 7 pages of notes on this movie because I went into everything I could find. I bought the Blu-ray that doesn't have the commentary, which is awesome, but I just went through everything I could find, every interview, all the stuff. I found Simon Bowles, the production designer's website. And
oh, man.
I learned how he built that. They built the house in Luxembourg, but they just built the front facade and part of the left side of the place. And then they had some areas where they could go through windows and a fake chimney. And then they built all the stages. But you know what I love about these stages is that they built them to withstand kicking and punching and flopping and flipping and dipping, dodging, ducking, diving, and dodging.
The 5 Ds.
Yeah, this is a solid set. So they put a lot of thought behind the production design. And then Neil Marshall, like he did in The Descent, he hired actors to play the monsters so that they would be more theatrical. In this one, he hired dancers to be the werewolves.
And you can kind of see that in the way that they jump out of windows backwards, and the way that they're like the way they crouch when they're going under things.
And they're mean. Great. And these are mean werewolves. And that's 30 Days of Night. I love the mean vampires.
Right. It's not like oh, this is a curse and I'll try to fight it. No, we're bad people that are luring you in, so when we turn to dogs, we can eat you.
Exactly. They have bodies in their home, so they're not misunderstood either.
Right. And you can see that, like, when H.G. Wells turns into a werewolf at the end, because that's his name, Harrison G. Wells.
I love it.
That's his name. He's like a good werewolf who's still trying to fight for the good team, even when he's transitioning into werewolf.
That's the one muddy thing for me in this movie, and that's why I like it. Now,
why is it muddy?
All right, so I'm going to preface why I love it first.
Okay.
All right. So as far as we know, werewolves are not real.
As far as we know.
So that means there's no rules.
Yes.
There's nothing. You don't even need to explain your werewolves sometimes. It's like Looper when Bruce Willis is like, please don't explain this to me. Like, I don't want to know.
I'm not going to explain it to you, kid.
I could care less. And this one, it's pretty interesting because I feel like these werewolves maybe lose their humanity when they become werewolves. But then certain, but I guess like they said, when you have to take a pee, you have to pee. But if you have to take a crap, you can hold it. So certain werewolves can hold it until they have to turn, or when it's time, it's time.
But I don't even think they lose their humanity completely because that one shot the gun and threw it back through the window.
Yeah. And then the other one cheekily threw ahead. The other one waited in the car. So they're just jerks. Yeah.
No, exactly. It's the personification of these evil people.
And I guess we do learn that we learn about the family. We learn that there's an alpha pair and then a beta male.
Right.
So then we have them. So they've killed 15 people. They know they could lock themselves up. They're in that dungeon.
Right, but they don't because they like it, Mark.
Oh.
Because they're bad people.
Bad to the bone?
They're bad dogs.
I'm surprised they didn't say that in this movie.
They should have. There was you know what? I'll say this. In these genre type horror, and again, this thing could have so easily went off the rails, but it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
There was so many puns just left on the table.
So many
moments just left on the table where it might have been like, haha, like cheeky joke.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't. They played it. He played it so earnestly. All the jokes that were said were jokes that military guys in that moment would try and make to cut the tension of like, we are fighting werewolves right now. But there wasn't like the Bubba Hotep tongue-in-cheek humor.
There was the one guy who made the joke. He pulled a Samuel L. Jackson. Mm-hmm. And remember Samuel Jackson gets so into his speech, he gets eaten by a shark because he forgets he's standing by water.
Right.
And this one of the, let me pull up his name. So let's see, ripped out of the window. Terry, after shooting all the werewolves, he says, dogs, werewolves, more like, wimps, another word.
Right.
But he's so into his joke, he gets ripped out of a window.
Right.
Did you like that?
So I didn't not like it.
Got it.
Because I think in those moments that felt like an earnest joke to me. Like I felt like that's a joke someone would actually make.
Yeah, you're right. And these are roughneck soldiers out in the middle of nowhere fighting werewolves.
I'm also going to say they're like British, so they have like a different cheeky sense of humor than we do.
Yeah. And I guess he could be calling them cats.
Well, no, he's not, but and that's fine. It's just, so I think too why this movie was so beloved to me was right from the first shot, everything felt otherworldly because again, you don't see many werewolf movies set with like Scottish soldiers.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know. It just felt other, but there were still horror tropes in it, but they did them differently. My favorite gag in the movie was at the very beginning when the two people were making out in the tent and he's undoing her zipper.
Oh, that's so good.
And then the zipper sound just keeps going, and then the wolf comes into the tent. Loved that. I thought right away I was like, oh, I'm in on this.
I mean, that's so inspired.
Take me for the ride.
Now, how happy are you that I love that it was Kevin McKidd in this and not Jason Statham as Cooper?
Yes, 100%. Jason Statham in this would have felt like a spin-off of In the Name of the King.
Yep.
Like I think he would have done it in that vein. Because remember, this is 2002 when this came out.
Yeah.
So he was just had Transporter come out yet?
No, but he was hot off of Snatch was 2000.
Right.
So he was pretty hot on. Well, no, you know what? Transporter was around this time. Yeah, I would say Transporter was probably 2002, 2003. But he didn't do this movie because he wanted to do Ghosts of Mars.
Right. And I just think that if he did this movie with the budget, he would have just had fun with it. He would have said, "Oh, I'm just going to go in there and just be as charming as I can."
And this one, McKidd is
is trying to become he wants to win an Oscar for this movie.
Yeah, he puts it all in there, doesn't he?
Nobody phones it in. Putri is great. Cunningham's great. They're all fantastic.
Man, Pertwee should have gotten an Oscar Best Supporting Actor Academy Award nomination for the story he tells about the tattoo of the devil on the guy's butt.
That or the scene where he's like, knock me out, and then he gets punched and he's not knocked out yet. He comes back and he's like, I love you. Like that whole scene was brilliant.
And it's in an action movie with horror sci-fi element. So like we said in Universal Soldier and Dolph Lundgren, that was a great monologue he delivered.
Absolutely. Out of nowhere.
So good. Hey, can I drop some things on you real quick?
I want you to.
All right. So I went through a ton of lists, and I looked at best werewolf movie lists just to kind of see where this would end up, and I kind of want to see what you think about it. All right?
Okay.
Bloody Disgusting says it's the sixth best werewolf movie ever.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, American Werewolf in London is the consensus number one. Ginger Snaps is always in the top 3 as well.
Right.
It's number 2 on Collider's list.
Number 2.
Yeah. It's number 4 on Pace list. It's number 6 in Den of Geeks list. It's number 4 on Ranker. Now, I was reading some articles, and they said that it was this werewolf is the second most powerful werewolf after the werewolves in Underworld.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
So I would say it's in my top. If I had to make a list, I would say it's in the top 3 werewolf movies for me. And again, American Werewolf. I would agree with American Werewolf in London as kind of the quintessential werewolf movie. And then I'd probably say this is number 2, and then the original like Universal Werewolf movie would be probably 3, just because it's got the like OG clout.
Yep.
I like that. But as far as the most powerful werewolves, which ones are more powerful than these ones? Because these ones are shooting guns. These ones are busting through walls. These ones are
the Gigantor ones in Underworld. The one that's the size of the creatures from Rampage. And all it does is throw people long distances instead of, squishing them.
Do you think Underworld just kind of should have been a one-shot movie?
No, because all right, so the first one's obviously the best. The rest of them go downhill. But I like that they kept Rona Mitra or Kate Beckinsale in the lead. Right? You just got these, I don't know, female butt kickers. That's really rare.
I liked the one without Beckinsale the best.
Yeah. Bill Nighy, Michael Sheen, Rona Mitra. All right, for a prequel, third in the series to have the cast they did, I mean, that's impressive.
Yeah, they really pulled off a magic trick with that one.
It's better. I remember, all right, so this sounds weird. I try to really not let expectations get in the way. But the first time I watched Underworld Rise of the Lycans, I kind of thought, this isn't terrible. Which, the second one I watched, and I went, whoa, this is not good. This is, no, run away. There's a 10-minute scene where they're covering windows with paint in the second Underworld.
No, the first Underworld movie I was super about. I was like, this is great. It's kind of genre specific. Beckinsale was like dynamite. And then like I thought it was great. And then like the hybrid at the end coming through, it was beautiful. Then they stole Equilibrium's face cutting gag.
Yeah. I
like that. But when the second one came out, it was such a fall from grace, I thought.
So bad.
So then I was just like, I wonder if this would have been better just as a standalone. I'm conflicted with that, Mark, because sometimes you see a movie and it's so good where you're like, all you do is you crave more, but you also don't want them to ruin it by doing more. And I'm going to say this, and I think, stop me if you think I'm speaking out of turn here, but for guys of our age, our prestige, our demographic, prestige, the first Mortal Kombat movie was dynamite.
Oh, I mean, we were 13? It was 95 maybe? So I was 13 when I saw it, and I thought so it's kind of like during this time I was watching Pulp Fiction, all that, but when I sat down and watched Mortal Kombat, I loved it.
And we loved the games, and then this movie came out, and it was like the first video game based movie that wasn't awful, and it was actually pretty fantastic. And then all we wanted was more, and there was all kinds of more material because more video games had come out, and there's more characters. And that second movie was near unwatchable.
I mean, just the weird werewolf. There's a very odd sex scene in it that's almost tougher than the one we did in Youngblood that we really randomly talked around.
Yes.
It's just a weird movie where it starts off so fast, right?
Yeah.
And then it just slows down so they can throw paint on a window for 10 minutes. And I don't even remember the end.
No, I think it's raining, and I think they win a fight. Like, I think that's what goes on, but it's, and then the Rise of the Lycans kind of brought it back, and then they made 2 more after that, didn't they? There's 5 of those things.
Yeah, they really hurt my soul, the 4 and 5.
Yeah. They really jumped the shark there.
The one part I didn't like about 1 is that they shoot target practice on marble or, bus rock, marble, stone, beautiful statues, and they just shoot bullets at them.
Yeah, but they're so ancient that it's just like disposable art for them because it's just they've always known it.
They should start a museum and just charge entrance to get more money for their lavish lifestyle where they just lounge all day.
You know what they say? They say, come to our museum. It's free if you donate to the blood fund.
Oh, but there's stuff from, every era you could ever believe.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
But like, they're like, oh, we're supported by the blood bank. So just donate blood and you can get free seasons pass to the museum.
So it's like $5 if you don't, but if you want passes for a year, you just donate blood.
Right. And then they get to drink all the like stockpiled blood they want. And all their just belongings are there.
And they can lounge.
Right. Right. They don't have to worry about it. They don't need to fight the werewolves. Just let the werewolves be.
Yeah.
Why are we always fighting? Just live in peace. But all that sequel talk to say, there's so many sequel ideas for Dog Soldiers, so many proposed sequels, and each one of them sounds fantastic. But I also just like it as a standalone. I want more, but I don't want them to ruin it.
I mean, listen, there's more werewolves out there, and there's still that team that Liam Cunningham was a part of.
Right. And the team they were facing.
Yep. And they, Captain Ryan. So those people know there's werewolves out there. His team's not coming back. And they're going to know that Cooper's alive.
Yeah.
So they're like, I love it. Like, man.
Well, he said that he put stuff in it, like different things. So when she cuts her hand on the glass, that was meant to set up a sequel where they took the DNA and they engineered their own werewolf soldiers.
No.
That's the only reason they put it in the movie.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Where'd you hear that from?
It's on his website. Here, let me pull it up here.
Oh, that sounds amazing. So if you're ever fighting a werewolf while you're looking, would you call the werewolf a wimp?
I wouldn't. Maybe I would. I don't know. Neil Marshall stated in the audio commentary for Dog Soldiers that the moment in the film where Megan cuts her hand on a shard of glass was meant to be a setup for a second sequel about werewolf DNA, which would complete the planned trilogy. However, he added that planned sequels would probably amount to nothing now.
Oh.
How good would that have been?
So it's bittersweet because if he would have made that, he might not have gotten to The Descent next. And The Descent is pure. I love The Descent. Like, without hyperbole, I think it's brilliant. I think the production design, the blood, the fights, the cast, everything.
I watched it on your recommendation.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. What'd you think?
Mark, have you ever led me astray?
I don't know. Have I?
You haven't. I made you watch Youngblood.
Yeah. I had to buy Youngblood.
I made you buy Youngblood.
It's still not streaming anywhere, or you can't rent it.
So it's not streaming anywhere. Should tell you not to watch it, but here we are.
But see, the pitch for it is too strong. Rob Lowe, Patrick Swayze, Keanu Reeves, hockey.
Right.
4 words. You could go Lowe. Well, no, 5 words. Rob Lowe, Swayze, Keanu, hockey.
Right. Now, Mark, on a sidebar, I was in our local. We have a store just down the road, and it's called Giant Tiger, and it's a Canadian store, and it's kind of like the made-for-TV version of Walmart. It's got it all, but it's not quite there. But anyways, they have their own version of the Walmart DVD bargain bin.
Oh my goodness!
And I sent you the picture of Cold Soldiers or Ice Soldiers.
Yeah.
So they had a movie there today, and I picked it up, and it said, in the vein of 13 Assassins, Yakuza Apocalypse.
I gotta watch this.
Yeah, so I haven't watched it yet.
Well, if you love it, let's do an episode.
Yeah, I'm going to watch it, and if we love it, we'll talk about it. But it's because I love 13 Assassins. It's dynamite. This takes things to another, but it says that was what got me. I like that, like in the vein of 13 Assassins. I was like, I didn't say I want to watch this movie. I said I want to recommend this to Mark. Is what I said.
I can't wait. I've heard of it before. I just need to watch it.
Yeah. But again, it's a fine line. Where is it going to be stupid? Is it going to be Attack of the Rotten Tomatoes or Killer Tomatoes, or is it going to be Dog Soldiers? Right? It could be either or. Sorry, is it going to be Dog Soldiers or is it going to be Sharknado? Those are the two kind of options, right? Like, I hate that Sharknado got 5 sequels and Dog Soldiers got none.
It's not fair. And Dog
Well,
Soldiers are so cheap.
Well, both were made for us, the Sci-Fi Channel made-for-TV movie. Both of them were made for that reason.
Yeah.
And somehow people were like, Sharknado is the way to go. I don't know. I can't get into it.
I love that people. I just want to be the person who funded Dog Soldiers, right? Yeah, we're sending Neil Marshall off to Luxembourg. He's gonna make this werewolf picture. There's some good gags in there. You know, we got some good special effects guys in here. You know, they worked like the guy who did the werewolves. He worked on Star Wars, like massive.
Yeah. The
shows.
werewolves looked great.
Beautiful. So this guy's like, we send him out there. We, it's a picture. We'll put it on TV, whatever. And then Neil Marshall comes back and shows it to the guy. And the guy's like, this is going to theaters. This is like, it had to have been a happy surprise. I mean, this movie overperforms, I would say.
100%. And there's things that are stolen from this and then put into like more successful media. Like the end credits was the same gag as The Hangover.
Oh goodness. Which
right?
Which one's that? The doll when he's walking away?
No, the whole movie they're taking pictures.
Oh yeah. Of the werewolf. Oh yeah, the lady's pictures. You're right. Yep.
And then they use that same gag in The Hangover.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What was Meg's plan?
I think her plan was to like gather. I think she was gathering food, and I think she was like giving them misinformation.
Oh, I mean, blow up the. But it's kind of weird that she would allow them to blow up her barn.
Well, a little bit, but I think her plan. She was thinking on her feet.
Yeah.
Because they blew up her Land Rover, and then they blew up the other Land Rover.
Yeah.
Right? And remember, she was angry. She's like, I can't. You blew up our chances. It was our chance to leave. You blew up my truck. Like her plan was changing on the fly. And so I think it was, she was just trying to trap them there, and then it was getting out of hand. But, like their weapons were useless on those things.
Totally useless. And
she knew that, and she didn't care to tell them.
Yep.
Right? Because their plan should have been, here's what you do. Is you get Captain Cunningham there. You get him all bloody.
Yeah.
You throw him out as bait, and when the werewolves attack that guy, you run the other way. That's what you do.
Sprint.
You sprint. But that's not what happened. They did not do that.
Yeah. Would they have attacked Cunningham because they knew he was going to be a werewolf?
So I think they should have attacked Cunningham because he was Cunningham. Like, he's the worst person on the planet.
He wanted to shoot the dog. And okay, in the beginning, when he's on the run for 22 hours, they finally get him, and they're like, shoot the dog. And they do this. They do this in Kingsman too.
I was gonna say that's another gag. They took that right out of this, put it in Kingsman.
And they're like, shoot the dog, and Kevin McKidd's like, no, or Cooper. Cooper's like, no, I'm not shooting the dog. And then Ryan murders the dog.
Yeah.
You can't, like, what? So he's already fired the guy from the program. This is a well-trained dog. This dog is military. You don't just go to the vet, wherever you get, the Humane Society, grab a dog.
You don't go to the dog store.
Yeah, you don't go to the dog, 99-cent dog store, and buy a dog and then run through the woods with it. This is a well-trained, expensive government thing, and he shoots it for no reason.
No reason.
Like, even if he's being a jerk, if I was his superior, I'd be like, listen, you got to stop shooting these dogs, man. Like, these are expensive. So
like, bring your own dog to make an example of, but don't be shooting our dogs.
Yeah, they shot somebody else's dog. Like his buddy's dog.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you have needed that dog when the werewolves came? If that was your mission?
Well, so I think, much like Bird Box, the dog was the warning sign, right? Like, the dog would bark when the wolves were getting close. And so, yeah, you want to have an anti-werewolf dog around just as a warning sign.
And he just shoots it.
Now, the gag where the dog Sam was pulling on the intestines.
Oh, so good.
Such a great gag.
Was it intestines or a bandage?
I thought it was like his innards.
Oh my goodness. Those are strong innards.
Yeah, well, I think that's the whole thing, right? It's the whole stretchy zombie gut gag they do in every zombie movie, but this was a dog doing it.
And it leads to a great barfing bit, a good barfing gag.
Right.
It's right on his head, right on Ryan's head.
Right on there. Right on. Now, here's a question. I know they're military, so they have to be in uniforms, whatnot. Did you find that we'll call them Attack Team Delta, our boys,
They all blended into one?
they all looked very similar.
Yes.
I found it was very hard at first, with the exception of Cooper, to like tell them apart.
Well, between Spoon, Joe, Terry, and Bruce, Spoon, Joe, Terry, and Bruce, they could be interchangeable. I mean, Bruce Campbell, his name, literally Bruce Campbell. He spears himself on a tree. Tucker and Dale did that later, by the way. Spears himself on a tree, which is a great gag.
It's a great moment.
Somebody, I love, let me say something real quick. Like, the word gag, I just taught my students about this. And they're like, Mark, why do you keep saying gag? I'm like, well, when you're on film sets, everything's a gag. Like, just listen to Bruce Campbell talk for 10 minutes. He's like, yeah, it was a good gag. So if you hear gag a lot in this, it's just a bit, a stunt, a joke.
Yeah, a moment.
A moment. But then, okay, so Spoon grows on you a lot because he has a kitchen fight, and I love kitchen fights.
When he goes ballistic at the end.
Oh, he's the baddest out of everyone.
He's maybe my favorite character. Like, he just goes nuts, and he survives so long.
When that blood goes flying out of the werewolf when he's stabbing it with the knife.
Yeah, when he's doing all prison shank on it.
Oh, I love it. And then, I mean, Joe has a really great way to die because Joe, he's like, I'll have you. Like, he's like, you are behind me in the car, which is something what Michael Myers has done before. I mean, that's probably happened before this movie, but I love he jumps in the back seat to just start stabbing a werewolf.
Yeah.
And Terry, well, I love that he gets decapitated and then his head is thrown onto the windshield. I love decapitated head gags, and I've been dealing with these a lot lately. So I've been also seeing a lot of kitchen fights. I watched Final Destination 5. There was just a kitchen fight in that. And Lake Placid, a decapitated head is thrown at Bridget Fonda. I was watching. What's up?
Would you say your favorite kitchen fight was in Icebreaker?
Oh, yes, hands down. Now, the best kitchen fight is the Raid 2, right? The best ever. Or Under Siege. Or Final Destination 5. Or Sudden Death.
Oh, Sudden Death. Seagal is great in a kitchen.
Bodyguard. I wish that could be the name of our podcast. I mean, Ant-Man and the Wasp has a great kitchen fight. I mean, we have a podcast called Kitchen Fights. If you want to, one of our episodes on this podcast is called Kitchen Fights, so go listen to that. But best is Raid 2, but I mean, my favorite's Icebreaker, just because of the
What about Kill Bill?
Whoa, you just did something amazing.
What's that?
Bruce Campbell was an icebreaker, and Bruce Campbell's a character in this movie. You just tied them together.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, Kill Bill's great. What a great Vivica Fox. Lovely. I just like kitchen fights that use a lot of the kitchen.
Right. Yes. Anytime they can use knives or cereal, whatever it is, as a weapon or a moment is what you want.
I mean, he uses everything in his kitchen spoon when he's fighting.
Everything. He's just throwing handfuls of stuff at him.
And I gotta tell you, there are only a few things in this world that make me happy. But watching werewolves...
That's a sad statement, Mark.
Watching werewolves get hit with pans is one of them.
100%.
Now, obviously, no, that's not true, but I just wanted to phrase it that way but even if you are a happy person, to see a werewolf get hit by a pan, there's nothing better.
Nothing better.
I mean, what is better than a werewolf being hit with a pan?
Well, what's better is when someone takes a sword away from you and says, you poke your eye out, and gives you a pan.
Yep.
And then that setup for a kitchen fight to happen later.
And then that sword later goes straight into your mouth.
Mm-hmm. That moment when it was squeaking against his teeth.
Oh.
Maybe the most horrific sound clip from a movie. Maybe.
If you just did that on a loop, I'd go crazy.
You know what it reminded me of?
What?
The first X-Men movie, when there was a bullet against that cop's head and Magneto's holding it there.
Oh, yeah.
The same tension where you're like, is this where he's going to die?
That was a good bit. Now, I got to ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
The line about a toad being hit by lightning in X-Men, that's not a bad line.
No.
It's just the way it was read. Because the tone of the first X-Men was very, not dour, but it was very serious.
It was very sincere.
Very sincere. Now, if that line was read by Aubrey Plaza in, I don't know, Child's Play, remake, reboot, it'd be funny.
It'd be funny. Or if it was read by Kat Dennings.
Oh my God, yeah, Kat Dennings. Oh
She'd deliver
man,
it perfectly.
in Thor: God of Thunder, she needs to fight an ancient toad and say that line and make it work.
Well, she could fight Frog Thor.
Oh yeah, he's a terror. They say that the only things that can beat Frog Thor are Galactus and Kurt Russell. Just Kurt Russell. Yeah.
Yeah, not Mogo, but Kurt Russell.
Yeah, not even like the planet. We're talking just Kurt
sorry,
Russell.
sorry.
Ego.
Mogo is the DC planet. Ego is the Marvel planet.
Just Kurt Russell and Galactus.
Kurt Russell.
Oh, no, and yeah, Galactus. Oh man,
who would if they were gonna go, Mark? If people listen to our podcast and they gave Sam Raimi Fantastic Four to do, and he went for his second installation, full out Galactus, who would you cast as that Marvel, like the MCU Galactus?
In Raimi's world, so a new Galactus.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Galactus is ancient, correct?
Yeah.
Galactus has a massive kind of ego.
Yep.
Is there humor to Galactus?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yep.
Okay. This would never work. All right. But my first thought was Timothy Oliphant, but I always think that, so I don't know if I should go with that.
Timothy Oliphant.
I mean,
love him.
Timmy Ollie's the best.
Yeah.
We could put some Multi-Goggies in there, some Molten Goggins, but no, that doesn't work either.
The entire cast of Justified?
Yes, the entire, so I gotta tell you, I was watching Booksmart the other day, and I was like, hey, Justified's in here. Like, every time I see somebody from Justified, I go, hey, there's Justified. I saw the guy in the Final Destination, the fourth one, I'm like, hey, there's Justified. Right. Anytime I see him, but okay.
So to
Christoph
pause you for a
Waltz.
second there.
Christoph Waltz.
So that would be great, because I was thinking Christopher Walken.
Whoa.
Either one would be a great moment.
Oh man.
But see, I would cast Timothy Oliphant as Mr. Fantastic.
Yep. Little older. Do you think he's like 50?
Yeah, but he's got that gray in his sides now.
Oh my goodness. That'd be great.
Great.
Aubrey Plaza as Invisible Woman. Let's see. The Thing could be Kat Dennings.
the Thing could be Kat Dennings.
Well, she'd be funny. She wouldn't be in it. She would just voice it.
Right.
Right.
But then she'd be like, why does the Thing sound a lot like the Thor's girlfriend's assistant?
It's true. No, Kat Dennings could be the fire guy.
Human Torch?
Yeah.
All right.
I guarantee Fantastic Four fans are exploding right now.
Yeah, no, we started off with some real top shelf casting, and then it went real downhill trying to shoehorn Kat Dennings into another Marvel character.
Do you think Kat Dennings would have been good as Meg in Dog Soldiers?
I think Kat Dennings would be good in anything.
Yeah.
So my wife and I, whenever we can't decide what movie to watch.
Oh, I know. Let me guess.
Yeah.
Nick and Nora.
Nick and Nora.
Good picture.
Every time.
Music, you love that.
Music, love it. It's adorable.
No, this is gonna be a stupid question. Don't be angry with me.
No, go for it.
Where's it set?
What's that?
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
It's in New York.
Oh, New York. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering if it was maybe in Toronto or something, but I didn't even remember. I haven't watched it in years.
That was Scott Pilgrim.
Hey, with the guy from Fantastic Four.
And the guy from Nick and Nora.
Yep. And the lady from the new Child's Play.
And Chris Evans.
And Anna Kendrick.
And Brendan Routh.
And the Culkin brother in Succession.
And whatever this era's Culkin brothers named.
And the Punisher.
And the Punisher. Was that the Culkin brother who was in that Van Damme movie where he was like,
Yep. And Captain Marvel.
And Captain Marvel.
Yep.
Dude, everybody except us was in Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, well, we were busy. We were recording a podcast about Icebreaker.
We sure were.
And in the long run, that was foolish.
So, Mark, here's the thing about Scott Pilgrim versus the World. Now, you live in Atlanta, correct?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you see Atlanta on the screen all the time.
Yep.
Now, there's lots of movies filmed in Toronto, but it's always dressed up as something. It's like...
Yeah, we had that early on, but now we're actually Atlanta.
Right. Scott Pilgrim was Toronto as Toronto, and it was trying to be as Toronto as it could be. And so when you're watching it, you're like, oh, I've been to that pizza place. I've shopped at that record store. I've been to that Goodwill. I bought a guitar at that guitar store. Like, that's what it is.
I got to tell you something. Edgar Wright, the director of Scott Pilgrim, also did Baby Driver here in Atlanta. And they showcased Second Cup in Toronto. They showcased Octane Coffee here in Atlanta. So he's really good at capturing local vibes, isn't he?
100%. 100% he is.
You know, when you and I first met back in 2011,
right?
My main thing of going out there was going to Second Cup and getting coffee and a mug from Second Cup because that was from Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think that's great. So, do you remember when the con ran out of coffee?
Yes. That was, oh gosh. Now, did you hear okay, we're going to get to Dog Soldiers, but have you heard this story about I don't care. People will love it, or they won't. But did you hear, I had to get a coffee for the lady from Dexter and Boondock Saints 2, Julie Bend?
Yes.
So there should have been coffee. So she just asked for coffee. She was in the green room, there was none, right? So that's totally fair. So I'm not saying.
There was none in the convention hall.
She was not being, she was being not a diva, right? There should have been coffee. There wasn't. And then someone said they could get her coffee, but then they couldn't. So then she looks at me, and I had to run the entire convention. You remember that?
I do.
And she's like, hey, can you get me coffee? And I didn't know about the coffee situation. I just went, yeah, I got it. So I had to sneak into.
Which is the right answer.
Yeah. I was like, I got you. I'll take care of it. What I always say, I'll take care of it. But then I had to go sneak in. So I talked my way into the Canada Blooms.
Yeah, the flower convention where my sister was.
Beautiful setup in there. I walked in there and I'm like, I want to run this show.
Yeah.
But I walked in there, got a coffee, came back, brought it back to her. But it was like a 30-minute process. And I should have been running an entire convention floor. At
that same time, I was in with the Battlestar Galactica folks.
It was a coffee crisis.
It was a coffee crisis. So it was Luciana Caro was who I was hanging out with that day. And she was like, hey, can you go get me a coffee? And I said, yeah, I got it. I pulled a mark. I was like, I got it. And she goes, but the coffee cups here are small. And she had been to McDonald's in the morning and got an extra large cup. And she goes, can you get them to fill this cup? And she gave me her McDonald's cup. And I was like, I got it. So I went to the coffee area. I was like, hey, can I get a coffee? And I gave them my cup. And they took the cup and they said, sorry, we're out of coffee, and then threw it in the garbage.
Oh.
So I went back and I was like, they're actually out of coffee, but when it comes, I'll make sure I'll talk to us. I'll get you all to it. And she goes, well, where's the McDonald's cup? I'm like, oh, they threw it out. And she was like, she was so mad that they threw out the big container.
Those were tiny coffee cups.
Tiny coffee cups.
I'm not going to say the name, but there's an actor in Columbus who would take the coffee maker from his hotel room because he was so used to conventions being out of coffee.
Really?
Yep.
See, the whole thing seemed weird to me too because I'm not a coffee drinker. I've never had a cup of coffee in my life.
I love it.
So I'm just like, yeah, there's out of coffee. I guess you want a Coke? What else? And they're like, it was a crisis. It was a big deal. Iron Sheik was freaking out.
Oh, the Power Rangers the Power Rangers just wanted a lot of water. All right, but how about this scene? I love the scene in Dog Soldiers when he's like, fill up all the pots with hot water and then put the kettle on. We need a brew. That was a nice touch, right?
Yep.
This movie was full of nice touches.
A lot of human moments.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't get that in these genre budget horror movies. You get, what are the lines? What are the monsters? Let's go. But you don't get what would real people do.
They put on a kettle. And you know what I also like? I like when Cooper, after Spoon gets done counting the bullets, he's just sitting there and Cooper goes, go check the left. So you keep them mentally busy. You keep them sharp.
Yeah, Cooper was always giving people roles. Go boil water.
Yeah, I mean, so this movie, Neil Marshall did a ton of research on basically they're obviously playing soldiers.
Right.
But these are some of the more believable soldiers I've seen on screen. Also, it's the greatest slide into a door close ever.
Yep, I 100% agree with you. So I would say the only thing that I would say was a little bit B-movie, a little bit, was like the arm coming through the window or the arm coming around the door gags.
Yeah.
But the werewolf suits looked so good, I bought it.
Good looking arms.
Good looking arms.
And I liked that werewolf got stabbed right through the arm, then they were smushing it.
Yeah.
There's some primal, I think that's what Neil Marshall's really good at. Now, I don't want to bring up the latest Hellboy because it put my soul in a headlock and punched it right in the face. But.
So, Mark, can I stop you for a second there?
Yeah.
I agree with you, but I was thinking that should be our next remake or mistake, like we did with Judge Dredd, as we compare Hellboy and Hellboy.
Oh, goodness. Okay, let's do it.
All right.
All right, I love that. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Now, the scent, right? Once it gets going, it's so urgent. It's just nonstop. Doomsday with Rona Mitra. Hey, that's another tie-in. Jeez Louise. So once she gets going, she's being chased nonstop. Nonstop movie. Centurion. It's Michael Fassbender running for 90 minutes.
And gloriously.
And I actually love Neil Marshall's television work. He did Hannibal, Black Sails, Lost in Space, Game of Thrones, and Westworld. So those are all shows I watch.
So are they doing a second season of Lost in Space?
Yes.
Because it was my favorite Netflix show ever.
It's just so expensive. So I think they had to.
So good though.
The problem with that, they go on different sets, and I think they had to build. They kind of had to tear down a bunch of stuff. The problem with that show, they had to strand him on the planet. But if you really like Doctor Who, right? I don't have to explain this to you, but the sets are kind of cheap sometimes because they have to build brand new ones each time. So I think there was just a massive build for this, and then they wanted to get the scripts tight. Parker Posey, dude.
Parker Posey is my all-time favorite actress.
You know what? I would say so too. Her performance in Blade 2 is brave. Or Blade 3, Blade Trinity.
Her performance in everything is brave.
She's the best.
When I watched Superman Returns, I was like, this movie's so boring. Good. Except Parker Posey's in this, and she's killing it.
Crushing it. She's on another level.
But can you imagine if they would have made her Lois Lane instead of Kate Bosworth?
Whoa. The Peapods as the Lois?
We'd still have Brendan Routh as Superman. I guarantee you. If she was Lois, we'd still have that franchise going.
She would bring out the best in him.
Yeah. Well, she does, and she's the villain. She brings the best in him.
And then James Marsden. He's funny. If they allowed those two to be together, but funny.
Right.
Like Enchanted.
You know what? Enchanted's kind of gold. It's kind of gold.
Not kind of gold. It is gold. You could print money with that movie.
And then Enchanted, she's the new Lois Lane.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Full circle, my friend.
All right, let's take a break. And when we come back, we'll try to talk more Dog Soldiers. Welcome back to Movies, Films, and Flicks. And I'm sorry. So as soon as I said that, I'm looking at my 7 pages of notes that I've used about a third of. And it made me think of a line where they're talking about it's tighter than an Eskimo's nutsack.
Yes. Because it's cold, Mark.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. I'm not like Eskimos. Like if they go to Florida, it's not like. But that's a weird way to introduce the second half of the show. But I saw the line in the corner of my eye and I had to laugh. And another thing I love about this movie, right? Cinematographer Sam McCurdy, production designer Simon Bowles, Neil Marshall. These guys work together a lot. I mean, these guys were on Lost in Space together. They did Descent together. They did Centurion. They did Doomsday. The cinematographer's been shooting Lost in Space. He also shot Into the Badlands. I love that show.
Into the Badlands is dynamite.
Dude, Daniel Wu, so good. But I kind of love that this is a crew. These guys stuck together, and I dig that about that. And I think that's, I don't know, I'm kind of glad that they've been together for almost 17 years now. It's crushing.
Well, you get that shorthand, and then you can start shooting stuff faster. Like I think, right? Because they just what's going to be expected.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. They just know what's up. Let's do it. It's crushing.
Exactly.
Now, did you own the Scream Factory version of this?
I actually have the DVD right beside me. I have the Kinmint release of it. So I have my special features there's a featurette.
I have that.
The featurette, the producer's commentary, trailers, and then subtitles in Spanish. Those are the special features.
Oh, I don't have that. I have Dog Soldiers, and it's just the eye and the Dog Soldiers, and Jaws, Alien, and Predator with a werewolf twist, and then the special features, 5.1 digital surround, English SDH, and Spanish subtitles and previews.
Oh no, so mine's the widescreen or full screen, both of them. It's got a featurette and it's got producer's commentary.
Oh, so you have the Cadillac of the versions.
So mine doesn't say anything about Predators or Jaws or Aliens. It says the most enjoyable horror since The Evil Dead.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, this is his directorial debut.
Yeah.
Crushed it.
But so you saying it's like, it is kind of like Predator in that it's a team of soldiers that's out on one thing and then they encounter something else.
Yep. And I love that, right?
Do you think this happens in the same world as Predator?
Yes.
Do you think that Predators come down to get soldiers in the next movie, they encounter dog soldiers?
Yes.
Do you think there's a dog soldiers Alien versus Predator versus dog soldiers crossover?
Yes.
I'm in for all that.
That's like our next 47 podcasts. Episodes, I mean. That's our next 47 episodes.
Has Schwarzenegger ever fought a werewolf?
Ooh. Man, I don't think so.
Fought the devil in
End of Days. Yep. He's fought like robots.
All kinds of robots.
What action stars have fought werewolves? Like Jack Nicholson played a wolf.
Whoa. Yeah, Jack.
Yep, Jack.
Remember Wolf with him and
Pfeiffer. Yeah. I don't know about you, but I'm a big fan of Joe Johnston's Wolfman, starring Benicio del Toro, Emily Blunt, and Anthony Hopkins.
So I'm a fan of Joe Johnston, Emily Blunt, Anthony Hopkins, and Benicio del Toro. That movie was a bit of a chore.
I guess I liked that it was $100 million.
Yeah, it sure was.
The sumptuous production design and the really neat CGI. I kind of dug the vibe, and I liked how linear it was. Full moon, full moon, full moon.
Yeah, I think though that every monster iteration skips success.
Got it.
So like every other Dracula movie is great, and every other Frankenstein movie is great. And so I think that the Wolfman with Benicio del Toro just hit a miss there.
And it skipped a beat?
Yeah.
Interesting. So this is totally random, but what are some of your favorite lines in this movie? Because it is, like, I love when he tells Spoon not to stare back. Like, don't look back at him. He's like, well, I kind of have to.
Yeah,
right?
It's hard not to. My favorite line was when the cow falls, and then the guy starts shooting it and goes, "You're shooting blanks!"
Or he got into a fight with Jack the Ripper and lost.
Yeah, that's good. Like you say, the whole monologue about the tattoo is dynamite.
I mean, that's a good story. Like, Neil Marshall wrote that. That's a very, like, my soul is good, but my skin isn't. And then he blows up, and that one part with the devil on his butt was still around.
But for me, the part that got me was when he said, "But what got us was when we find a piece we recognized."
Oof.
That's a real moment. That came from some soldier somewhere. That's a real moment.
Like, in that movie Fury, when he finds a hunk of that eye?
Yeah. Fury's so good, though.
So good. Great lunch scene.
Yes.
I had to watch that movie again when I wrote my Brad Pitt eating piece. So I was like, this is a really good movie. And then Red Riding Hood's going to get chinned.
Yep.
That line made me very happy.
So there was a Red Riding Hood line. There was a Three Little Pigs line where it was like, he's like, "Hey, little piggies, we're coming to your home." And so there was a reference to like the big bad wolf there. Like they were clever with what they were doing before they even established it was werewolves.
And you know what I loved about these lines is that, remember when Quentin Tarantino craze came out, 94, then you had all those Tarantino knockoff movies? I'm not saying this is.
No.
But every line, every movie line has been written. Obviously some have been improv. But there's movies that are beautifully written that don't feel like a screenplay writer is slapping himself on the back, like patting himself on the back. These lines didn't feel like written lines that were meant because a guy thought he was cool. These lines felt organic in the way that they were delivered and the guys that said them.
Yeah.
Did you feel that same way?
100%. I very, very much, like I said, it almost felt not like a documentary, but like found footage, if you will.
Like he captured lightning in a bottle with this. And now obviously those troopers did blend in, but that's a budgetary thing because if you just put everyone in the same outfits, it's much cheaper.
But also I would say that if you took a unit of UK soldiers, they would blend in together.
Yeah, you're right. And you got to have the short hair.
Yeah, they're all like fresh out of the boot camp or whatever it is.
Now, do you think that was pork in their stew?
Pork in the stew.
Remember when they walked in to the house and they just started looking for stuff and she's like, "Don't take their stuff."
I think it was people from the cellar.
Yeah, so they're eating people.
Yeah.
So there's a minor touch of cannibalism in this film. That's never mentioned again.
Bro, we need to do Ravenous.
Oh, I've done Ravenous.
You have?
Like 8 episodes ago.
Oh, Ravenous is pure gold.
I bought the fancy edition Blu-ray with 3 commentaries, and I listened to all of them.
Oh, you said cannibalism, and I just was like, Ravenous.
Yeah, that movie is so... The music, oh my goodness.
That like the banjo.
So good.
I'm watching that after we're done tonight.
Do it. And then I love their references to Fort Williams, because I've been there a couple times out in Scotland. I love
so there's also a Fort William in Canada, in Thunder Bay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to cover all the Fort Williams.
So here's an interesting fact. I took my wife for our honeymoon up to Fort William in Thunder Bay, and it's the only existing, still standing, non-military fort in North America. So it was based because it was the natives had to have good relations with the English when they came here, and so it was a trading fort. It was all based on fur trade, and so they wanted to have good relations. So they would take any skin, any fur they had. So they would bring them squirrel pelts, and the English would have to buy them. And so then they had to say, what do we do with these squirrel pelts? And so they would sew them up, and they would send them to England. And if a lady could fit her hand inside a squirrel, she was a true lady. If her hand was too big, then she wasn't refined enough.
Wow.
It's a real thing. How crazy is that?
I guess with the elite, that sounds pretty normal.
Yeah, but it was just based on, like, we don't want these guys to shoot us with bows and arrows, so take their squirrels. What do we do with them? And then it becomes this, like, well, if you are a true lady, you can fit your hand inside a squirrel pelt.
I want to see an ad. You know, the most interesting man in the world, but with a woman.
Right.
Slipping her hand into a squirrel pelt.
But yes. But no, there was good, like, the dialogue felt real, so they're referencing things that were around there. And it was very, like, local, and I like that.
And the super glue is in Vietnam. I love that line. You know what super glue is really good at attaching together? Your fingers.
Right.
And then so I was watching this movie once, and I don't know why, but it was probably my 3rd time watching. I'm like, sure, Percy would be dead right by now. But then I remembered he was becoming a lycanthrope, a werewolf.
Right.
So... And then when he got up, I'm like, man, this is dumb. And I'm like, wait, I've seen this movie 3 times before, and I know exactly what's going to happen. But no, I dug that angle. It catches me by surprise, even though I've watched it 8 times.
So here's the thing. The first time I watched this movie in 2004, I was watching on a Saturday night after my wife went to bed because she does not like horror or anything close to it. So I was up alone watching this movie, and it was a Saturday night, and I was going to play guitar the next morning in church. But I had cut my finger in the kitchen earlier that day.
Oh.
And when they said that line, I got crazy glue and crazy glued my finger together so I could play guitar the next day.
Well, and it worked?
And it worked fine.
Wow, Dog Soldiers got you rocking again.
Dog Soldiers saved the day.
You want to hear something interesting? So this movie came out, right? And it was a moderate hit. It got him dissent. It had some releases. People knew about it. But when Scream Factory wanted to make it into the Uber Blu-ray that is released now, they had to get in contact with a collector who owned 2 of the prints of this movie.
Okay.
And then they had to bring it in to make it look better for the Blu-ray.
Right, because you blew up 60 millimeter.
Yeah, and that's why there's so much heavy grain in this.
Right.
Because they blew it up, but they had to find a collector. But the good news is, it wasn't like Event Horizon that was in a Transylvanian salt mine and they couldn't add the director's cut scenes to it. They found everything here in good position. So I kind of love that. And then
That's
also,
amazing.
Another cool thing I thought, Kevin McKidd in a documentary that I watched on YouTube said, this is a movie about military men fighting werewolves. This isn't a movie about werewolves killing military men.
That's a really cool way to look at this thing.
Right? Because it's not Jason Voorhees killing teenagers.
No, you don't see the werewolves until the end.
Yep. And they look great.
They look so good.
Wimps.
I
found an article that said they were the 2nd best looking werewolves. And
is it Werewolves in London that take the cake?
No, that was number 6. They put Cabin in the Woods at number 1, but that's cheating because that werewolf was on screen for 12 seconds.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, they look good. They have obviously they're actors on stilts. So they're not going to move that fast when they're on screen. But they just looked, man. Oh my gosh, it looked so good. I think the guy who did it is Rob Ball. And he has worked on almost every movie you could think of. Just beautiful stuff. Like he's done I think he worked on like Hellraiser, Event Horizon, just effects heavy movies with these kind of things. And oh dude, the ending explosion. Do you know that was a miniature?
It was a miniature.
3 foot high.
Amazing.
And I mean, you can tell it's a miniature, but it's I love it, dude. Like
so I didn't tell it was a miniature. I thought it was, because it was only the front and the side of the house were actually built. So I thought it just looked like a cheaply built staged house exploding.
It's just a little miniature, and I got to watch it explode.
That's amazing. So to go back a little bit, yes, you know what my favorite line was?
Yeah.
My favorite line was when he says, "I hope I give you the shits."
Yeah, oh, that's so good.
Right? He's like, I'm going to die. I hope you get indigestion.
And as much as I love Hudson going, game over, man, like he quits. Spoon is like, I'm going to give you some problems going down.
Yeah, I will fight you beyond death.
And also, another aspect I like, which would have been fun in the sequels, when Meg says to Coop, now you know what lives in the shadows. You can't go back.
Right.
What do you think he does after this?
Honestly, I think he goes like full nomad. Like he just gets a cabin in the woods. He lives by himself, preparing for in case the werewolves come back. He knows no one's going to believe him at headquarters. He knows he's going to be thought of as a crazy person. So he just becomes self-sufficient, like a doomsday prepper, but prepping for something he knows is the reality.
Yeah, I like that. Is he going to will he be able to trust again?
I don't know.
Right? Like,
yeah.
Anytime you see somebody walking, whoa, what is that? Does that make sense?
How do you trust anybody? Because they kept pushing that, like, oh, Coop and this girl are going to fall in love. He's working for the first kiss. Oh, first date. Like, there's all these kind of, like Coop never tried to make a move on her, but everybody else was implying, like, well, you're the male lead and she's the female lead. Something's going to happen.
That was so forced. That was kind of annoying.
But then, but they didn't buy into it. Just everybody around them. But then she tries to kill the whole crew. And
it's interesting. She says, if you're nice to some people, it's good, but if you're nice to me, you die.
No, so she was talking about, so I think there was like a missed subplot where he hated women.
Oh, because remember in the beginning he says he's afraid of women?
Right.
I'm afraid of spiders, women, and spider women.
Right. And then she says, if you're nice to women, you get in trouble. If you're nice to me, you get dead. They're just bitches. I'm the real thing.
Oh, okay. So I think then she went to change.
Yeah, and then she started to change, but then she got shot in the head.
And then came back.
Yeah. They always come back, Mark.
They always come back. Oh, and also the people that lived in the house, their last name was Celtic for horror.
Yeah, that was a neat twist.
Right?
Remember, though, so here's another thing. Remember the movie The Monster Squad?
I do.
Remember when they blew up that werewolf?
Yeah.
And then his pieces crawled back together because it wasn't a silver bullet?
Yep.
I think that's happening in the forests of Scotland right now.
I mean, if you can take a bullet in the face, you're going to reform. But they're all gooey together, so how do they know what to bond with?
I think they just know.
Are there going to be some weird-looking werewolves?
That'd be amazing.
Wouldn't that be great?
There's so many sequels for this movie that could be.
And all right, so it's like Event Horizon. I love Event Horizon. I don't want a sequel. I don't even want the extended director's cut.
No.
I'm just happy with the 90 minutes that it is. This movie...
The 90 bizarre minutes that it is.
I just want dog soldiers. And the good thing is, this movie, there aren't that many werewolf movies. And whenever a top 10 list comes out, if you don't put dog soldiers in the top 10, your list is stupid.
Right. And you can't have Twilight on the list at all.
Yeah. And I guess I hate saying you're stupid because we're adults and there are opinions. Or maybe you're just trying to be edgy, but you just can't put dog soldiers in there. So any list that comes out will have dog soldiers. It has a special edition Blu-ray. So this movie does live on. So we don't need sequels.
So what did this do budget versus box office or income-wise? Do we know?
Let me pull up the numbers right now. But here's another reason why I don't think I would want a Dog Soldiers sequel. And that is because The Descent 2, I did not enjoy. I did not like The Descent 2. Have you watched The Descent 2?
I didn't watch part 2, because I liked the first one so much. I was like, and I hadn't heard rave reviews about it. Like it wasn't like, oh, this is like I just recently watched Terminator and Terminator 2, and those are two movies that feel like one big movie.
Yeah.
And so that's the kind of sequel I like. I like Aliens. It feels like one big movie. That wasn't what the reviews for Descent 2 said, so I kind of avoided it.
It was really bad. I did not. Some people say they love it, but I'm not a fan. So the budget for Dog Soldiers, if who you believe, is $2 to $5.5 million.
Okay.
Which, I mean, that is a Sci-Fi Channel movie.
Yeah, you can see all $5 million.
And the box office for it was, well, I mean, it did worldwide 3.5.
Okay.
So let's say, you have 2 to 5, right? But then let's put it in the middle, 3.5. I doubt they marketed it much.
No.
So, let's just say it broke even.
It broke even.
I mean, that's not bad.
Yeah, you can't complain for what they were given. It's kind of like El Mariachi. Here's what we're gonna do, and then it doesn't make a lot of money. It makes some, not a lot, but it spurns them on. Like Clerks didn't make Kevin Smith a lot of money, but it got him his next movie.
Yeah, Mallrats, which everyone hated.
Right.
I love Mallrats. Right. Do you like Mallrats?
So Mallrats was like the anthem of my teenage years, man. When that came out, I was like, that's the best movie in the world.
If you look at Brody now, he was what most people became.
The girl that I had the biggest crush on in high school came to my house one day and she goes, I'm going to bring my favorite movie, Mallrats. And I was like, oh my goodness, this is it. This is the girl.
Nice.
She ended up not being the girl, but in that moment I was like, you like Mallrats? I like you.
You're cool with me? You're cool,
yeah.
You're cool.
Exactly.
All right, so anything else you want to talk about this movie, or do you want to get into our werewolf hunter?
Let's get into our werewolf hunter lists.
Okay.
But I want to say, if you haven't seen Dog Soldiers, watch it right now.
Right now.
Right now.
Do it. It's worth it. It's on Tubi for free. It's on Amazon Prime. There's no reason not to.
But even if you see it and you're like, should I buy that on a hard copy? Yeah, it's great. It's very rewatchable.
I might buy the new Blu-ray because it's only $14 on Amazon.
So I saw it today at Walmart in Canada for $5 on DVD.
Oh, buy it.
So,
wait, it was just sitting in a Walmart?
Yeah, in the bin. They got some in the bin.
Buy it.
Buy it.
Buy it now.
Buy it.
Right. So, werewolf hunters.
Werewolf hunters.
Or are we doing what's? So we talked about this. Is it going to like our list? Yeah.
Let's say this. Here's the scenario.
Okay.
Cooper doesn't blow the house up. Those tanks don't blow up. But he finds himself in the basement. This is hypothetical. He finds himself in the basement, and he's safe down there, but he can't get out. But he's safe. But he finds a radio, and he radios for a rescue team. What 6-person rescue team do we send to him?
All right. Can I go first?
I'd love you to go first.
All right. Bennett from Commando.
Bennett from Commando. I love it. Tell me why.
I mean, okay. He's not much to look at.
Nope. He's a pudgy marshmallow.
Yeah. As the stunt coordinator called him, a sock stuffed with marshmallows. But he's strong.
Yeah.
I mean, you watch him in this movie, and he outstrengths Arnold Schwarzenegger. Like if they had, when you're in a ring and you connect your hands together, and then you do the thing where you like twist the person's wrists up, and the guy's like walking on his tiptoes.
Yep. I think it's called an arm bar.
Yep. Bennett won that.
Yeah.
So I just would also like to see him back with his sleeveless shirt, rolling around with a knife, trying to fight werewolves.
Exactly.
That's fantastic. Who's your next one?
I would go Dutch from Predator.
Oh, Dutch.
Right? This is right up his alley.
I mean,
and it would be post Predator. So he's survived a jungle incursion one point in time before, so he kind of knows how to deal with the unthinkable.
And he's kind of on a special mission now because, he's done it before.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So he's been there, done that, and so he'll bring some nice world wariness into that.
Right.
Oh, I like that a lot. Do you think he and Bennett could coexist?
Yeah, because he's not John Matrix. He's Dutch.
Got it. So Dutch wouldn't. Would Bennett be like, you got a twin?
Yeah, Bennett would be terrified the whole time, and that's why he wouldn't go crazy, because he's like, does that guy know that, like, I tried to kill him a couple? Like, he would be freaked out a little bit.
All right. My next one is Darcy Lewis.
Darcy Lewis.
Yep. Kat Dennings from Thor.
Just to have her in that universe, you gotta.
Mew Mew.
Right. She'd be saying, like, the whole time she'd be like, down boy, sit. Like, she'd be saying stuff like that.
So she's out there. She's doing great. She's the new Jane Foster, because Jane Foster is the new Thor. So she's on Earth crushing it. And they come across her and they're like, you should come with us because of this. And she's like, well, I'm here because I've been studying this weird full moon that happens here that's different from anywhere else in the world.
Right.
And then she gets pulled in to be an expert.
I love it.
But it's still Darcy.
Yeah, but still the same character.
All right. Cool. What do you got next?
Caesar Milan.
Caesar Milan.
He's the dog whisperer.
Oh, brother.
From the TLC channel, the show The Dog Whisperer, where he has a unique ability to see the world through their eyes. Renowned dog behavior expert Caesar Milan rehabilitates the manner of all troubled canines. So he's the one who's going there. He's only there in case the PR gets out there where they can say we tried to rehabilitate the wolves, but Caesar couldn't do it.
Wow. So they're like, hey, go out there and talk to them.
Right. So he's gonna die pretty quickly, but he's a PR move.
Yeah. I mean, you need the PR move there.
Yeah.
So he's going to go up to him. I got this, guys. Ruff, ruff. Heads off.
Heads off. Gone.
Done. And then Bennett just kicks it.
And then Bennett's like, Caesar's down. Go, go, go. And that's where they just open it up.
He wouldn't want everyone to go, go, go because he couldn't keep up with them.
Right.
All right. My next one is Jake Wilder.
Okay.
And it's Chuck Norris's character from Top Dog.
Yeah, that is good.
I mean, he knows how to work with dogs.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yep.
So why not, right?
Yeah, no, he also could. Yeah, that's maybe the most perfect answer we've gotten so far.
So he's basically saying, listen, I love dogs. These are not dogs. I can separate myself from this.
Right.
Right? All right.
Yeah,
I like that one.
Get that. I can get that. I would go next, Van Helsing.
Van Helsing?
The Hugh Jackman version.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just send him in there.
I like that.
He could use his crossbow with the holy water. Like, he would have some stuff.
He'd be loaded up.
Yeah.
Man. But would that make it too unfair?
No, because in Van Helsing, if you watch, he misses 98% of the time.
Yeah, he's always missing.
He misses so much. So, yes, he has the goods, but would he actually be effective? That's debatable.
Okay. I like that. I got another one random for you. Henry.
Talk to me.
Henry.
From Hardcore Henry?
Nope. From I Am Number 4, played by Timothy Oliphant.
Okay. Can we stop for a second?
What?
Scale of 1 to 10. I Am Number 4. What'd you give it?
4.
Yeah, it was not good.
But on a scale of 1 to 10, do I own it?
Yeah, you own it for sure. I own it for sure. So, as you know, I work with teenagers a lot. It's a great, safe teenager movie to watch, but they didn't even give it a chance for a sequel. It was so bad.
So bad.
Do you think it was confusing because the number 4 was in the title, but it was the first movie?
Probably. I mean, it was just loaded. It was probably swamped during that time. It didn't have any A-list stars.
No, it had the girl from Glee in it.
Yeah, I mean, it had names. Teresa Palmer's good in it. It had names, but it didn't have names.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And I think, dude, like the idea of like my hands are glowing is a very non-specific superpower.
Yeah. And there's too many hoodies in it too. I didn't like that.
Yeah, a lot of hoodies.
So they went overboard. I think that's what cost them.
Yeah.
Who do you got?
Okay. This may be out there. This may be a non-popular decision. But I'm going to go with it, and I'm going to say Billy Jack from the movie Billy Jack. Because he's like really in touch with nature, but has a roundhouse kick that could rival Chuck Norris's.
What is Billy Jack?
You don't know Billy Jack?
No.
Dude, you don't know Billy Jack and you teach a film class?
What's Billy Jack? Is that the Robert Redford movie?
No, his name is Tom Lawlin. Oh my goodness. Okay, you're gonna get
Wait,
a little.
I teach a film class and I haven't taught my kids Billy Jack.
You're going to tomorrow. So Billy Jack was the first independent film to make any money.
Yeah, you're right. Oh gosh, yep, you're right. He was kind of a hippie too, wasn't he?
He was a hippie, but here's the story was Tom Lawlin wrote the movie Billy Jack about a half native, half white war veteran who like protected the hippies at this school, and then tried to make it, and they said no one will ever watch this movie, and nobody would produce the movie. So then he wrote a movie called Born Losers with Billy Jack as a character in it. That was success. And he goes to come and make a sequel to that called Billy Jack, and that got him in the rights to be able to make the movie.
Oh wow! You know, there's so many articles now about this movie, and I read one from the AV Club, and I didn't even put the two together.
Okay. Can I tell you a Tom Lawlin story?
Yeah.
So, the movies that I like are endeared to me are the ones that my dad would wake me up when my mom was out of town or at like an event or her sister's house or something and say, come watch this with me. So like Planet of the Apes and The Beastmaster would be movies he'd wake me up to watch with him after I'd already gone to sleep. One such movie was Billy Jack. So, and it's like, he's a real hippie and he like, I just loved everything about it. So it was always one of my favorite movies. But I saw it in a time like where the internet was just starting to be a thing, like 96. So, and again, there's no IMDb. It was just like you go to the video store and go on an archaeological hunt. So I didn't know about any of the other movies, but there was 3 other movies. There was Born Losers, Billy Jack Returns, and Billy Jack Goes to Washington. And so when I found this out like later in life, I was like, I want to be able to see those movies, but they were unavailable. And then in 2009 on BillyJack.com, you could buy a box set of these movies. You call in or you order online and we get a box set of the movies. And I was like, I finally get to watch these movies. I've been wanting to see them for like imagine wanting to see a movie for like 10 years and then finally being able to see it.
Ah, that's cool.
That's what's going on. So I call the number and I hear, hello, this is Tom.
Oh, wow.
And I said, excuse me? He goes, yeah, this is Tom Lawlin. How can I help you? And I said, Tom Lawlin? Like, are you Billy Jack? And he's like, yeah, this is Tom Lawlin. What can I do for you? I was like, I want to order DVDs. Okay, let me get down your name and so he hand wrote down an order form and I ordered my DVDs from him.
That's amazing.
It was incredible.
Should we talk about Billy Jack on the podcast sometime?
I could talk to you for days about Billy Jack.
What do you think? You want to do it?
It's what I was born to do.
All right. I love that. So that's a new pod topic. We got to do it.
Yeah.
All right. My next pick, I got Jerry Line from Demon Knight because I think this could still exist in the same world.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
It changes everything, but I like her character a lot, and it'd be fun if another collector was involved, and then the werewolves.
Absolutely.
Like that could open up some weird doors.
100%.
All right. Who do you got next?
Constantine.
What?
John Constantine.
What? Oh, man.
You're telling me John Constantine doesn't exist in this world with these werewolves?
Oh, my gosh. Oh, man. You just blew my mind. You should listen to our Constantine episode, too.
Constantine.
Right. I feel like I've just said it so long, it's never going to...
You can't make it right.
No.
But he walk in there with some screech beetles and just freak them all out?
The werewolves would hate that.
Right. They would hate it.
I'm going to be controversial here.
Oh, I like that.
Okay. I'm going to pick Maya from The Evil Dead, not Ash from The Evil Dead.
Get out of town.
What do you think?
Is that because she's going to die first and it's okay? You got to have some cannon fodder.
I just like that character. I like that actress. She's in Don't Breathe. She lives. She's a survivor in Evil Dead.
Would you? Yeah, okay. Would you like to see a movie where Ash and Maya are together teaming up?
I would love that. I think Jane Levy's a great actress. I really like her a lot. It's a purgatory. I don't feel home in this world anymore. I told you I was going crazy, man, so I did it. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, you want to go last?
I do want to go last, and it's going to be Rose McGowan's character from Planet Terror.
Oh, you just won that. Never mind.
With a machine gun on her leg.
All right, so we got to pick 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We got to pick 6 from our 12.
Okay, so I'm going to take Billy Jack off the list right away.
Okay.
Because as awesome as he is, he's just a regular guy, and I think this is not a job for regular guys.
Okay. Can we pick Darcy?
Yeah.
Are you okay? So we're going 100% Darcy, and I will take out. I'm going to take out Henry from I Am Number 4.
Okay.
I mean, I love Oliphant,
we love the Oliphant,
but he deserves better. And
he does.
I'll lose Maya from The Evil Dead.
And I'll lose Van Helsing.
Okay.
From Van Helsing. Because he misses way too much.
Yeah, every shot.
Every shot.
I do think we need Rose McGowan from Planet Terror.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Who else should we add in here?
I think we should take out Caesar Milan. As funny as a gag as that would be, these werewolves are not to be messed with. So we don't have time for humor bits in this movie, sequel.
I think we're down to 6 already. No, wait.
Is that it?
No, so we have Bennett, we have Dutch, we have Jake Wilder from Top Dog, we have Jerry Lynn from Demon Knight, Constantine, and Constantine. So we have chosen Darcy and Rose.
Okay.
With that, Dutch.
Okay, we'll put Dutch in there. I think he'd be a good point man.
Constantine too?
As much, you know what? I think it kind of tips the scales too much. He'd kind of be like Captain Marvel in Infinity War.
Got it. So our 6 are going to be Bennett from Commando. He's going to be really scared of Dutch from Predator. We have Darcy Lewis from Thor. Then we have Jake Wilder from Top Dog, Jerry Lynn from Demon Knight, and Rose McGowan from Planet Terror. That's
our squad.
This is a weird squad.
Know what the squad's called?
What?
Dog Tired.
Dog Tired. All right, this is a lot of work, but could you, how long would it take to put a poster together for this?
I'll have a poster together for you. I'll get on that.
I mean, it can be this is coming out in like a month or so you got time.
Okay.
Do you want me to send you the names?
Yeah, send me the rundown.
All right. This is perfect.
Yeah, that's the sequel.
This is a weird crew.
Yeah, but it'd be great.
Chuck Norris running around.
Can you imagine Schwarzenegger and Norris at their ages right now being like, "I'll do a Dog Soldier sequel."
Oh man, Bennett. Yeah, so it's all their age, right? Or is it them now? Yeah. Okay. When the movie happened.
Shot today, yeah.
Oh no, so they're that but I was thinking take Bennett at that age and put him in this.
Okay, I guess you can do that.
You all right with that?
I'm okay with that.
These werewolves are gonna get destroyed.
You know what? It's almost like they could send Rose out there herself.
Yep.
Everybody else could just be smoking cigars and drinking brews, and then they have a party at the end.
I think, doesn't Chuck Norris ride a motorcycle in Top Dog?
Yeah, at one point in time he does.
So then, remember when she sat on the back on the motorcycle? He could just be cruising around on a dirt bike, and she's just unloading.
Yeah.
Arnold has a huge gun. Bennett has his knife. Darcy's tracking the orbiter of the Thorn constellation that's above the full moon. And Jacqueline is just, she's a full-on, what do they call it? Keymaster by now.
Right.
So she knows a bunch of tricks.
And you're forgetting that Coop's there as well.
Coop.
The Coop's in the basement.
Oh man, yeah, Coop, they free Coop and they're set.
Yeah.
Best movie we've ever made.
Ever. That's the one.
Well, this was fun, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
Oh, it's been beauty.
I love it. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodgins, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.